What's up, guys? Wanted to talk a little bit about Assassin's Creed. I've been playing the game for quite a while now. Doing a few side quests, a few of the main missions. Mainly just been exploring. Absolutely beautiful game. Amazing, huge open world. So yeah, Assassin's Creed. I thought the franchise was getting a bit stale. It was turning into one of these yearly games, and without a shadow of a doubt, you were guaranteed an Assassin's Creed game every single year without fail. And it seems that the developers took it upon themselves to take 2 years out of it, and they've been busy working on this game. And honestly, I think it's a huge step in the right direction. The habit that I used to have was I've bought every single Assassin's Creed game that's come out, and I would buy one. Every time I'd buy it, I'd play it for a bit, and I'd be like, "Oh, this is cool," and do a bit of parkour, running around, exploring the world, and then kind of shelving it and putting it down and getting a bit bored because it was kind of like, "Oh, this is just the same."
I should have a look.
It kind of used to just be that template of like, we'll change the protagonist and change the location and make it look really pretty and nice, and they didn't really change anything about the game, like mechanics and stuff like that, and now they've kind of worked it from the ground up. They've kind of
It's smaller than I expected.
they've kind of they've done they've changed the combat. They've
Must first speak to Mered, Volodor's contact.
just really made the game a lot better. I think it's a massive improvement to what it was. Climbing on the old Sphinx here, and yeah, having a lot of fun with it. They've changed the combat. The combat reminds me a bit more like Zelda Breath of the Wild. Like you can lock onto your target and you can strafe around them with like a shield, and you can dodge and parry and all that sort of stuff, and slash and block and use your bow and arrow to your advantage. And the stealth, you can do stealth, and I was kind of talking to one of the guys at work the other day about Assassin's Creed because he was thinking about getting it as well, and we both kind of came to the conclusion that Assassin's Creed has never had good stealth. Usually what you would normally do in Assassin's Creed, you'd hang off the edge of a ledge, wait till somebody comes to the ledge, and then you'd be able to assassinate them. You could drop on top of them and assassinate them. I mean, in the first game, you couldn't even stealth assassinate like main targets. You would get to a certain radius of them, and then they'd spot you, and then it would become like a chase through a market or whatever, and then you would eventually kill them, and then there'd be a cutscene of them, talking to them as you've killed them, and then you'd lay them to rest or whatever. This one has it's kind of, the stealth in it isn't, I don't think you can. I mean, I haven't really. I've got a skill tree. I can't really see anything on the skill tree that says you can hide behind corners and stealth people from round corners. I'm sure I've seen it in a Jim Sterling video where Bayek, the main character, is hiding behind a wall and he can assassinate someone from round the corner and then lay the body to rest. But I haven't seen that or been able to do that myself. Maybe you can, or maybe you can't. I'm not sure. But the stealth for me, it seems to just be like hide in some long grass, blow, make a whistling sound so that the target comes near you, or like a guard will come near you, and then you can press triangle to assassinate them. Or hang off a ledge and wait for somebody to, or drop down. The same kind of stuff. But it's still satisfying, and you can assassinate main targets now. Instead of, and you can actually kill them, as long as you're like high enough level. And that's another thing that the game, it's more of an RPG element. It's now more of you level up your character rather than you know, just doing levels and going along with the story. I'm on level 17 at the moment, and in certain areas of the map there'll be I mean, I haven't really explored that much. That's the Siwa's where you start, so I've done a lot of the missions in there, the side quests and stuff, and then I'm in this kind of area. So I've explored all this area, and then there's all of this that I haven't explored. You know, it's a big game. So it's going to keep me, you know, playing for a while. But I'm enjoying it. But there's different areas. Like I'm level 17, and you know there'll be certain areas like this area. It says there level 37, 37 to 40, 22 to 25, 20 to 23, 30 to 33. So there's different areas with different levels. 36 to 40. It seems like 40 is the highest. Yeah, 36 to 40. 32 to 35. So I'm just in this area at the moment, and I probably should just stay in this area because I'm only level 17. But I probably could venture out. I mean, you can. There's no blocked off walls or anything like that. And you know, I've seen in a couple of reviews that you can attack fortresses that are higher level than you are. And if you stealth them and you know don't get spotted, you know you can. See, I should probably go to that area because that's level 17 and 20. See, that's 15 to 18. So you can kind of tell where you're supposed to go. But I've just seen some Aztec ruins, well not Aztec ruins, but Egyptian ruins that I kind of want to check out. So I want to... I've done some tomb raiding. You can raid tombs in the pyramids over there. You know, it's a beautiful game. It's got a decent kind of photo mode as well. Big map, lot of side stuff to do, a lot of quests, side quests. The voice acting's a bit off, if that kind of thing bothers you. But yeah, good story. I mean, you play as this guy Bayek, who's the first ever assassin. He hasn't actually formed the Assassin's Creed yet. He's kind of just, you know, being a bit of a lone ranger and, you know, being like a hired kind of mercenary assassin kind of thing. I'm assuming that he will. I've just got my, like, you know, you've got the hidden concealed blade. You've got done, you know, he accidentally chops his finger off with the concealed blade, so that's where that kind of comes from. But yeah, it's just fun to just explore and kind of do your own thing. You don't have to do the main quest. It's a gorgeous game. I mean, I'm playing on a PS4 Pro at the moment on a 4K TV with HDR, so you won't be able to see that benefit, but trust me, it looks absolutely beautiful. Probably will look even nicer on the Xbox One X, slightly, different textures and stuff. But yeah, the premise of the game, you play this guy Bayek, who is basically you're avenging your son's death, and you've got to kill these guys. And this is the main story. These are like, these people wear these masks that were in the background there, and you're after a guy, you're after somebody called the Snake, who accidentally, you were trying to kill him, but somehow he managed to, basically you were lunging at him with a blade, and he moved out the way, and you ended up killing your son by accident. So it's a revenge mission, and I've killed all these guys. They've been revealed, and they're dead. And now I'm on to these dudes: Scarab the hyena, the crocodile, the lizard. And then after that, I am assuming there'll be 3 more people. Then after that, 2 more, and then after that, the snake. And then I can kind of just go around and do side stuff at my leisure. You know, there's loads of quests, side quests, different quests for different levels. You obviously get more XP for doing higher level missions. Gear. I've got some costumes just from playing the game. I haven't bought these. These have just naturally been unlocked from playing the game. Different bow and arrows, different mounts you can get. You can upgrade your concealed blade. You've got to find materials. So that's where Senu the bird comes in, because I've got to find obviously some leather and some stone and upgrade them. I can pin them to find. That reminds me of Far Cry when you're doing these material things. You've got a shield now, sleeping darts, and different weapons that you can, dismantle for materials or sell them and stuff. At the bottom is where my level is. That's my ability tree. You've got the hunter, the warrior, and seer. You get an ability point every time you level up. And then you've got your inventory, which you don't really use. So we'll carry on towards here. I want to see if I can get into this Aztec. I keep saying Aztec, this Egyptian pyramid, like Aztec style. Just take a quick look around it. There is microtransactions. I'm not going to lie, that does put a bit of a downer on it. Microtransactions, but then again, microtransactions. Oh, here we go, so we can raid a tomb. But microtransactions are pretty much in everything now, and I know it's a sad thing to say, but it is. You don't have to buy them. So we'll have a look in this tomb. We might find some decent treasure. Kind of cool if they did some sort of like Moses DLC. Well, we might not be able to get through, which is a shame. Yeah, I don't think we can get through. Never mind. Okay, well, unfortunately we're going to have to go back. But yeah, microtransactions, there's quite a lot of microtransactions. We'll just have a quick look at that when we get out of here, just for anyone who's kind of thinking about buying the game. You don't have to, they're not heavily reliant on microtransactions. You don't have to buy them, just like anything. I will talk about Shadow of War in a separate video, because I think that game is bullshit. The first 3 acts were great. Just felt like playing a Shadow of War game, and then it got into this Act 4 where you didn't have to buy these loot boxes to unlock orcs, but if you didn't do it, it would take ages to finish the game and get the end credits. So that was kind of a bit of a money grab, and it kind of disappointed me. But I'll speak about that in a different video. We've got this other pyramid. But the microtransactions, there's a store, obviously you can get the season pass, there's there's add-ons, these are all kind of little add-ons, but I got the deluxe edition, Roman Centurion pack, which means you get Roman items, different packs, legendary bow packs, and this is like Helix credits. Helix credits are the ones. Drachma is the in-game currency. Helix credits are the ones with, real world money. And these are all the gear that you can buy, different costumes, the mummy costume, scarab soldier, unicorn, swords, shields, blah blah blah. Some of them, Altair's outfit, Ezio's outfit, you can unlock them by joining the Ubisoft Club. Then you got time savers, which I think is basically for people that obviously have a lot of money to burn, but this is kind of also where I kind of defend microtransactions to a point. And when I say that, I kind of mean that not everybody has the luxury of playing video games all day, you know, because some people go out and work for 12 hours a day like me, and the time is precious. Some people have kids, some people are single parents, maybe they only get, you know, to game maybe a couple of hours a day. So this speeds it up a little, I think. So you can get materials, or you can get loads of materials to craft everything. You can get coins and drachmas. You can buy ability points to level up faster. You can get ancient map packs, reveal the most hidden locations, and discover the secrets of ancient Egypt. Stone circles, tombs. So basically, if you bought all them, I think you'd be able to finish the game pretty quickly. But I don't want to do that. And then you can just go in and buy Helix credits, which is straight up, you know, real cash for fake currency. And that is what I've owned. That's what I got with the deluxe edition. All these I'm already leveled over, and I got 200 Helix credits. I won't be buying any more. I could buy some drachmas, I suppose, 200 Helix credits. Or I could buy some materials, sorry. But we won't. But that's kind of the microtransaction side of it. There is also, and this is one of the things that I was kind of hoping that they would leave out the game. I kind of went in the original Assassin's Creed games. I always kind of thought that the whole Desmond Miles story, and you know, coming out of the Animus into the real world, kind of was like, it was a bit lost, because you'd be 1 minute you'd be in the Crusades fighting all these kind of Knights, Templars and all this sort of stuff, and then the next level you'd be walking around some sort of laboratory and trying to find, you know, modern day clues and all this sort of thing, and it never kind of sat with me. And there is that in this game as well. I don't know how optional it is. It does give you an option to leave the Animus at any time you want and play as this character. We'll maybe have a quick look at that after I've done this tomb. If we can do this tomb. And it's a woman, I don't know her name, and she's in the Animus. She's got some of Desmond Miles' DNA, and she's gone right to the very, I mean, this must be his first ancestor. And yeah, it's kind of, I don't think it needs it. I mean, it's okay the way, like, you know, when you load in, when you do a fast travel, and then like the whole world will like digitally load up like it is in the Animus. That's fine, keep it like that. But at the same time, I don't think it's. Can we go up there? I just don't think it's necessary, and I kind of regret. I kind of wish. No, we can't go up there. Would you believe? What's that say? No, we can't, unless there's some sort of trick to it. Right. But yeah, that kind of Animus and coming out of the Animus and it being modern day. I mean, you're actually investigating Bayek's tomb thousands and thousands and thousands of years later, and you see him there dead as lying there as a mummy. It's kind of like, right, okay. I don't really understand why they put that in, but maybe, I mean, it's early days in the game, maybe it'll be relevant, but I don't really want to play a modern day Assassin's Creed. But I will show you for the purpose of the video. And you want to quit the Animus, you will exit the Egypt world. So that's kind of us leaving the Animus now, and yeah. But aside from that, I'm really enjoying it, and I haven't got bored of it, and I don't think I will get bored of it. It just feels different. It feels different to any other Assassin's Creed game I've played, and I haven't felt it feel this different since Black Flag. I felt Black Flag with the whole, sailing around in a ship. That was kind of a big kind of change for the franchise personally as well. So when you come out the Omnibus, you're this lady, and you can just walk around in the modern day. That's Bayek's tomb, where that's actually Bayek. That's why we've plugged ourselves into him. It's a bit disrespectful. And yeah, and you can kind of walk around in the modern day. I don't know how far you can go out of here, because when you leave the cave, there's a jeep. I don't even think you can see it. You can't even access anything to do with there's a jeep there, tent. I don't know how far we can walk out. Probably not far, because it's doing it. No, that's it.
Get too far from the cave.
There we go. So yeah, I mean, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I think the stealth could be improved. I find it quite silly that in a franchise called Assassin's Creed, with a lot of games that have come out, they still haven't really nailed the stealth side. Although you can assassinate your main targets now without them knowing. As long as you've got the high enough level, you can just one kill them, which is good. So they're getting there, I suppose. But yeah, I think it's a step in the right direction. I'll also be doing, it's getting, obviously it's that time of year, it's November, it's like the cut-off point for the game of the year. Anything that comes out in November doesn't really get classed as towards this year's game of the year. It's usually, anything from October is kind of like pushing it. So I will be doing a game of the year, top 5 favourite games of this year, and I'll also on the back of that probably make a top 5 worst games this year that I've played. Ones I haven't really enjoyed for whatever reasons and stuff like that, but really enjoying this, and yeah, I think it's been a good year for games so far, and we spawn exactly where we left it, which is class. But I just love exploring, especially, I just can't get over how beautiful the game is. Open world games are getting, more prettier and prettier, and it's just really, really nice to see. There's another pyramid there. There's another one over there, and that must be some sort of royal palace. But yeah, really enjoying the game. And I think it's definitely worth playing. This could be one of my favourite games of the year. I know it's not an exclusive, but it's definitely I'm definitely having a lot of fun with it. So that is Assassin's Creed Origins. If you like Assassin's Creed, you're definitely going to love it. If you haven't played, the good thing is as well is that you don't need to have played any other Assassin's Creed game. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you again.